Hello!
Hello, iOS fans!
It's the agents of Direchasm.
Tonight, I'm playing the Starblood Stalkers.
And I'm going to be the Dread Pageant. So tonight it's your turn with the Lizard Men.
Yeah, and I was quite excited and looking forward to this game. And then I just realised I haven't done anywhere near enough preparation as usual. I don't know how these people, they make these amazing decks and they get really into it. Set the Tempo released a really great article today about, you know, knowing the cards and all that kind of stuff. And I always think, yes, I should do that. And then I just come to it and I have built a deck and I thought the deck was quite pretty good. And then I realised I've got no idea what the fighters do. So anyway, we'll see how we go. And then we've had all sorts of technical issues behind the scenes. So I'm feeling really unconfident of this game, and I think being in week 294 of lockdown is also not helping. But there is brightness on the horizon.
Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it? Very slowly, so that we can start to meet up a bit more now, and hopefully it's not too far off before we'll once more be able to attend the garage. And
it's about 6 weeks at the time of recording.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Now I'm playing a deck from one of our Patreon supporters, John, who's put this together, and it's an interesting deck. So I'm probably going to mangle it completely and do a terrible job.
I find it very hard playing other people's decks.
Yes, a bit off-putting.
Just get it all wrong and just end up not doing what they want you to do with it. So good luck with that.
Yeah, when we were,
go on.
I was just going to say, when we were playing in the AOS TTS tournament thing, the final of which was this week, and I won. I felt much more confident with that Wormspat deck because I'd played it several times over and it had gone through some iterations. So this one is like I'm coming at it dry and I've got no idea what I'm doing. And
that's exactly how I feel with this. I mean, we've talked about this before. We kind of try and choose the interesting cards as well as making a good deck. So there's that, but also there are so many moving parts. I don't really know how they're all going to work together. Like in theory, if it all comes out in the right order, it's going to be brilliant. But it won't do that, will it? So
no.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We've got the board set, we've got the warband set up. We're all ready to rock and roll. So let's hit the Direchasm.
Hit the Direchasm.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
We are here, set up, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, you might roll off and let me have boards, and then put this very offensive.
I'm very offensive.
Objective placement. So I don't think I've ever seen this before, where there are no objectives in your half.
Yeah, we've not had that happen very often. I don't know if I regret it or not, because obviously I know you want objectives, but at the same time, I kind of don't want you to be running away after objectives. I
sort of feel like this is good, but it doesn't actually play to my strengths. I kind of assumed that I would have to go forward into your half. We're building the deck, and so suddenly I'm on the back foot. But we'll see how we go.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Right, it's time for us to roll off. We picked our cards. You neither of us threw any away, did we? Or did you mulligan?
No, I kept mine in the end.
Okay, cool. Right, let's roll off then. Oh, I get a crit and 2 singles.
Oh,
nothing.
I've lost all the roll-offs so far.
You had. That means you're keeping all your crits for later.
Maybe.
Ooh, okay. Right, what do I want to do?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's one I don't have an answer to. Okay, I am going to go first, I think.
Okay. I am playing Primacy. I'm assuming you probably know that, but I am playing Primacy.
I am also, and it's I think it's a given pretty much in the
Vanguard meta.
Yeah, we are playing Vanguard meta as well. This is full Vanguard meta actually in this case because it's all Direchasm warbands too.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's Direchasm all the way. and I will go first. So I'm going to charge with Glissette. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello.
To there.
She's the best a man can get.
Glissette, the best a man can get. I think I'll go for Zepic there.
Okay.
So it's 2 swords, 2 damage.
Okay, Zepic has 1 dodge. No, 1 shield, sorry. Does that make a difference actually, Pete? He's 1 shield.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so anyway. So 1 sword, 1 single assist. So 1 sword.
I get single assists.
Yes, you do.
Oh, but I only have 1 dice, so I'll have to re-roll.
There we go.
Try again. Oh, single assist for the win.
Okay, I will push you though. I'll
Okay.
shove you to there.
Oh, sneaky.
And then I'm gonna play Energy Drain.
Oh.
So choose a fighter in the same hex as an objective. So obviously I'll pick Glissette. It doesn't really matter now because she's charged. And all fighters within 2 hexes get a hunger token.
Oh, has John been using, because he wrote that article about hunger, didn't he? Has he built you a hunger deck?
He has. He has.
Interesting.
So it says, it does say here, 1 hunger token to each fighter within 2 hexes of that fighter. So I'm assuming that that fighter doesn't get hunger herself. It's hard to
Give
tell.
1 move token to that fighter. And 1 hunger counter to each fighter within 2 hexes of that fighter. No, probably not, no. No.
So everyone on your side gets a hunger counter except for Tok and Kixie Taka. Do let us know in the comments if you think that obviously they should be getting a hunger token to Glissette. It'd be interesting to see what people's take is. So after the, do you have anything in the power step?
Yeah, I'm going to play Beast Trail. Huachi's coming over here.
Oh, okay. He gets a move token, doesn't he?
Yes.
Okay. I have nothing else to play.
I have nothing either. Okay, so I can now do my skittish reaction.
You can. So anybody within 2 hexes, which is you've got a couple, you've got 1 of them actually, has to be away from a fighter, but it's whoever you choose.
Whoever that is Epic on there, and then it's my turn, isn't it?
It's your first go.
So
it's going to be a first activation inspiration here. Okay.
So I'm going to charge with old Huachi here, and he's going to shoot at the javelin lady. Yep. So it's 2 swords.
So is that Tok? This is Tok charging.
No, that's isn't that? Is that? Sorry, it is Tok. You're right. Sorry. So I've got the wrong one, but it's the same attack anyway. So it's 2 swords, 2 swords with assists.
Yeah. I've got 2 defense and I am on guard.
Well, you never know.
Strange things have happened.
Oh.
Ooh. 1 crit. So I do need a crit. No. Is that 1 damage?
1 damage.
Okay. You can't push her back.
I can push her though, can't I?
She's on guard.
But I can't push her back.
No,
she can be. She can.
Yes, sorry, you can't. Yeah, she can't be driven
pushed
because she's on guard.
Okay.
Yes, distracted and whatnot.
Okay. So in my power step, I'm going to play the wanky device, and use that. I'm going to push 1 enemy fighter 1 hex, and push Glissette into this lethal.
Oh, you bastard! Okay, that's a dead Glissette, and you get a glory. You've already upset John. He wanted me to get her into your territory and put an upgrade on her. Sorry, John.
Oh,
sorry
and
about
I've
that,
got 3 fighters on, so that's not quite everybody, but
enough.
5 of them inspired. And Epic's like, I'm standing here, lads. What do you want me to do? I want you to get smashed in the face by that big clawed monster.
I still have nothing.
Okay. I've got nothing else either.
Okay, on to my second go then. I am going to charge, unsurprisingly.
I'm not surprised.
I'm going to charge a Slake Slash 1, 2, 3 to there. In fact, just one. In fact, 1, 2 to there. And he's going to have a go at Zepic there. So he does roll 3 swords and does 2 damage. Oh. That's a dead Zepic. Okay, so I get a glory for the kill, and I get the Primarcy
token.
I also get a glory for scoring Grisly Tableau, scoring immediately after a friendly fighter's attack that takes an enemy fighter holding an objective out of action.
I made a silly mistake, the sort of thing that experienced players wouldn't make.
I don't know.
No.
I could have got wherever you'd stood on an objective.
Yeah, no, I just, yeah. I have a card, which meant if I now did the what I did in the last turn, I'd score an objective, which I now can't really do very easily.
And then because he's done some damage, so he can now either heal a wound or take a wound. So I'm gonna give him a wound for now. I'm not going to do anything else right now in the power step.
I've got nothing in the power step either.
Okay.
So for your second, I'm just going to charge onto this objective with the chameleon, and he's going to shoot at you. Now, unfortunately, I haven't got any supports.
It's just crits on crits.
Crits on crits.
You have got 3 dice. Crits on crits. Crits on crits.
Oh, no crits.
Oh. Could have done with them support.
I wonder whether to move in for the support, but then I'll open myself up to attacks from these guys. So I didn't. Right. And then I have nothing in the power.
Okay, I've got nothing either, so on to my third go, and I'm going to charge with Vasilak. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Okay.
And he's going to have a swipe at Clacktrock.
Oh.
So 2 hammers and 2 damage. I'm going to charge to there.
Okay.
Because then I can drive you back into the Leith.
Yeah.
Don't know why I'm rolling 4 dice. 2 dice. Let's try that again. Oh, that was nearly on a crit. 1 hammer.
1 shield.
Wow.
You can push me into the lethal.
I don't have anything, so I will push you into the lethal and do a wound to Clack. To Clacky Clacks.
Okay.
Now I can't use his ability because it says right after the deal damage step I can then deal or heal a wound. So that's me done.
Okay, I am going to play Outrun Death.
Ooh, what's that one?
I choose a fighter, they're a quarry. If they're a quarry, they have +2 move. The effect persists until the end of the round.
Nice.
So I'm going to play that on Clacktrock.
Okay.
And then for my third activation, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there.
That's only 4.
Oh well, 4 then. Attack Vasilak, 2 hammers, 3 damage.
Okay.
So I should have checked with you had any more power things to do in the power step. I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Sorry, I've done too many dice. Let's do that again. He's a hammer.
1 hammer. Okay, that's like does only roll 1 shield.
Oh, get bag.
Much jam.
Well, I suppose not really, but 50-50 chance, isn't it? But, oh, you've already put one on, sorry.
You can push him if you want.
Yeah, I will push him to there.
Okay. Anything in your power step?
No.
Okay, nothing for me either, so my fourth and final go, and I will charge with Hadzu. 1, 2, 3. In fact, he's going to go 1, 2 into the lethal, 3, 4 to there.
Okay.
give himself a wound. And then he's going to shoot it at Clacktrock.
Okay.
So it's just the 2... No, oh no, Hansu's actually 3 swords and 1 damage. And if I... In the drive back step, instead of driving you back, I can push you a hex. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's... I'll shoot you 3 swords at Clacktrock.
Normal services resumed for you.
Damn the dice. And nothing in my power step.
Okay, I've got nothing in the power step either. For my 4th turn, I will attack with Kixi Taka. No, yeah, Kixi Taka. I will... Oh, I've forgotten his special ability.
You could just do 1 wound to Vacillate, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'm going to do that actually, just for... I don't know whether that's a good idea, but that's, oh no, mind you, will I get you closer to inspiring if I do that?
I've currently got 1-2 wounds. You've got
1.
How many have you got on? You've got 1 on Clacktrock, haven't you?
And 1 dead.
So that's 3. So that's only going to be 4 wounds.
You need 6, don't you?
Yeah.
6. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my flipping well, not flipping ability. Pick 1 feature token within 3 hexes. Pick 1, flip that feature token, or deal 1 damage to an enemy within 1 hex of that token. So I will do that.
To Vacillate, yeah.
Yeah, to Vacillate.
Okay. Anything in your power step?
Yeah, I'm going to play Feign Strength.
Ooh, you bastard.
To steal the primacy token.
So you steal it. If you don't score anything off it, it then just goes back to the middle, doesn't it?
Yep, I won't score anything of it. So it goes back to the middle at the end of the turn. So you can steal it back off me.
Yes.
But there isn't any more to do. So
only yeah. Okay, so end phase. I haven't actually scored anything.
Right.
I'm going to get rid of Scintillating Sadism because that's have all surviving enemy fighters with 1 or more wounds, which is almost impossible against your little bunch. I'm going to get rid of Unassailable as well, because I was going to score that if I had the primacy, but you took it off me. It's a 1 glory end phase, so I kind of want to cycle through my deck a bit more. So actually I'm going to also get rid of Growing Hunger, which is have hunger counters on all surviving enemies or all surviving friends, because it's another 1 glory end phase. I'm then going to put Hungry Armour onto Slake Slash, and Keen Hunger on him as well.
Okay. What was that, sorry?
So Hungry Armour gives him a hunger token, and
okay.
if I have a hunger token I can re-roll defense dice.
And Keen
Hunger is
nice combo.
Yep. And
nice, you got those out together.
Well, maybe. We'll see, I guess. And then I'm going to get rid of... do I get rid of this? It's just so hard to tell. I'm going to get rid of Macabre Feast, because I need hunger tokens to take advantage of that, and I don't have them. Okay. And then I'm going to draw up 3 objectives and 4 power cards.
I've scored dominant position, because I'm on more objectives than you are.
Yep.
That's with 2. I haven't scored anything else. I'm slightly kicking myself. I'm going to get rid of Punctured Pride, which is a bit of a learning curve there. It's the one where if I'd taken you out of action, when you had the primacy token, then I would have scored it.
Oh, I see.
I should have waited, and if it had been like a upgrade that I didn't want to play until after your turn, I would have remembered and waited till after your turn. And I never really thought about it. I actually wanted to save the kill.
Yeah.
I probably would have done it on my turn, because it was your turn next. I might as well have waited anyway. I was a bit worried you might do some shenanigans and she wouldn't be next to lethal hex anymore. But in hindsight is brilliant. But once you'd won the primacy, I could have scored that.
Yeah.
I've got rid of that. I'm going to keep my remaining objective. I'm going to throw away Scavenged Armour, because I'm not really in a position to use it.
You're unlikely to get on my side.
I'm going to draw 2 new objectives and 5 new power cards.
So beginning of the next round, I do get a hunger token for the hungry armour.
Oh
I
yeah.
give it to him at the beginning of the round. So Slate Slash does have a hunger token. And then it's time to roll to see who goes first.
Yeah.
Couple of doubles for me.
Oh, hammer time! Which is no use to me whatsoever.
None whatsoever. Okay. Oh, I am going to have to go first, I feel.
Okay.
I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to charge a Slate Slash. 1, 2,
greedy.
3 to there.
Oh, has he got a wordy attack?
He hasn't got a worthy attack, no.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to have a go at Clacktrock.
Oh, can you kill him?
He only does 2 damage, so I can't kill.
Okay.
Well, it depends. I can in the damage. No, I can't. I can't kill him. But if I do 2 damage, everyone inspires.
Okay. Okay. I see. Right. Okay.
And
So,
I can use the Keen
Clacktrock.
Hunger if my dice are rubbish. I can re-roll
Alright.
one and get rid of my hunger
Okay.
token. So it's 3 swords.
Good odds. One
I
sword.
will use that hunger
sorry.
token.
Oh, I got a crit. Sorry. Cheat.
I won't use the hunger token.
Okay, you re-roll.
I can re-roll 1 attack dice.
Go on him.
So I've got 1 sword so far. Oh,
Crit. So
sword and
that's a crit and a sword. So I can't do anything.
So that's 2 damage to you,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'll drive you back.
Okay.
Okay, now I've got some really pain in the arse set of card timings now. His ability says that during this fight's attack action, after the deal damage step, I can either deal 1 damage to this fighter or heal 1. If I heal myself 1, I won't have 6 wound. Fighters won't have 6 wounds after an activation, so I'm going to have to not do anything right now, not heal or wound him. So I'll leave things as they are.
Okay.
I will, however, then score after the attack. I will score excess of carnality,
Ooh,
which is score immediately after an activation of 2 or more friendly fighters are adjacent to the same enemy fighter. So I get a glory for that one. Pick up a new card. And then I also inspire. And I'm going to put Scavenged Armour onto Vasilak.
Okay, so that gives him +1 wound.
Yes, and puts him on guard. Or in fact, actually, I'm going to put that on Slate Slash.
Okay.
So it gives him 1 wound. So he's now a 6 wound fighter.
Okay, right.
So he's double glory. But he is now on guard. Over to you.
Okay, I'm going to put the Savage Predator on Clacktrock.
Oh,
It
what's
enables
that
me
do?
to re-roll 1 dice. He's a hunter and it enables me to re-roll 1 dice.
Oh, I don't like that.
Okay, so Vasilak has only got 3 wounds, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to play... This might be a waste, but I'm going to play Ferocious Resistance. And try and take that wound off of Vasilak.
Okay.
50-50. Ah, stupid 50-50s. Nothing else for me in the power step.
Right, okay, so then in that case I have nothing else to do.
Okay, so it's on to your first go.
Yeah, my first activation then, I'm going to charge with the big guy. He's going to go to the 3 to there.
Okay. I'm going to go at Vasilak, I presume.
Yeah, so it's 2 hammers and I can re-roll and I've got supports as well.
Ouch. Is it re-roll 1 dice?
Re-roll 1 dice.
Ooh.
I'll re-roll this one.
So if it's a single support or a hammer, Vasilak's dead. Oh. That's a dead Vasilak.
Better than that. Okay, so I score primacy.
Yep, because you killed my leader.
And I also inspire Clacktrock. Okay, I have nothing in the power step.
Okay, I've got nothing in the power step either right now. So he's charged.
Yeah.
Or do I? I might do actually. I'm going to play Compelling Hunger, which is choose a fighter with one or more hunger counters and push them 1 hex. So I'm going to push Ottapatl into that lethal hex there.
Do a damage to him.
Yes. Anything back for you?
No.
Okay, nothing for me either. So second go, I'm going to shoot at Clacktrock because he's only got 1 wound left, hasn't he?
He has got, yeah, he's got 2 shields now, but yes, he has only got 1 wound left.
Yep, so I'll shoot at him with Hadzu. It's 3 swords. Oh, piss off, Hadzu, you're useless. He hasn't hit once yet.
Normal service is resumed for you.
Ah, I hate rolling bloody furies on dice. Right. Ah, stupid dice games. I've got nothing in the power step.
Right, okay, so I'm going to play Burst from the Shadows, which is choose up to 2 friendly hunters, push each chosen fighter up to 2 hexes. Thanks to his upgrade, Clacktrock is now a hunter, so he's going to go 1, 2 to there.
Ooh.
And then this guy here is a hunter, so he's going to go 1, 2 to there.
Okay. I power step pass.
You're power step passing. I'm power step passing 2. So for my second activation, I'm going to charge with the chameleon. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there.
In charge with George.
Yeah. So I have now got 3 dice, and I have got a support. Yeah. So I cleave and ensnare now. It might come in. One single support.
So I do need a crit on one of these 2 dice.
Yeah.
Come on, Hadzu, you can roll a crit on defense, surely. Nope. You suck as well.
2 damage.
And you get glory.
Get glory. I don't score anything. Did you just duplicate that?
I did, yeah. Anything in your power step?
Nope.
Nothing for me either. So on my third go, I'm going to draw a power card. Ah, awesome. That's exactly what I didn't want. Nothing in my power step.
Okay, I've got nothing in the power step either. I'm going to, for my third activation, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there.
Interesting. Power step.
Power step, nothing.
I pass 2. On my fourth and final go, I'm going to draw another power card.
Okay.
Okay, that's no good to me right now either. And I power step pass.
Okay, for my final go, I'm going to make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where was I here?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move to there.
Okay.
And we'll score Formidable Focus.
What's
because
that one?
I have an activation. Immediately after an activation, if 3 or more friendly fighters are in enemy territory.
Nice.
Draw a new one. Oh, how hilarious. Okay.
Anything you power step?
Yes. So I'm going to put Savage Visage on. I'm going to put Savage Visage on Huachi.
Huachi. Okay.
And have you got anything else?
No, I pass.
I'm going to put Selfless Sacrifice on him as well. I will also play the Feral Symbiote on the big guy.
Clacktrock. Cool.
Yeah.
I pass, so on to the end phase.
You went first.
I went first. I have scored Intimidating Display, because he has the most wounds, and I score Underdog.
Ha!
Didn't think it would be that way round, but screw you, I'm taking it any which way I can, frankly. See, I've got an objective in my hand, and there's a ploy in this pile that helps me score that objective. I know if I keep the objective, I won't draw the ploy.
No, if I throw it away, you will.
If I throw away the objective, I'll pick up the ploy. But as there are 9 ploys and only 4 objectives, I think I'm going to get rid of it. It's Starvation, which is the one where you have to have an enemy fighter who has 3 or more hunger counters,
Okay.
All your guys only have one hunger counter at the minute, so it's just not
at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I think one of them you're meant to gain a hunger token actually, compelling hunger. So Otterpattle should have 2 hunger tokens now. I'm going to get rid of the Ravening Stone because that is give somebody do something at the end of the action phase, so that's no good. And I'm going to get rid of the Sharik Claws because they're only good against the big lizard.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep the other 2, I think, and then I'm going to draw 3 objectives and 3 power cards.
I've scored Awesome Predator because I have the primacy token.
Yep. And you get a spent one for the primacy.
Oh yeah, thank you. And I also scored Children of Azir because I have every surviving friendly fighter is inspired, and surviving friendly fighters have 3 or more upgrades.
Nice.
So
another 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think that's a badly worded card.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my remaining objective, which is something of a risk. I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm going to draw 5 new power cards and 2 new objectives.
I get a new hunger token because of the hungry armour, and it's time to roll off for the 3rd and final.
Yeah.
Here we go. Or 1 single. It was enough last time, it's not this time.
3 singles. I honestly have no idea what to do.
That makes 2 of us.
Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go first.
Okay.
And I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there.
Okay.
That could be a terrible, terrible mistake.
Anything in your power step?
No.
Okay, I'm going to put the Feral Symbiote on Slake Slash.
Okay.
Anything for you?
No.
Okay, so onto my go. I'm going to draw a power card.
Okay.
And I did not want that power card, and I power step pass.
Okay, I'm not sure this is the best play, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna put. I know there's a best play at the end of the game. I'm going to put Heaven's Blessed weapon on the big guy, Klaxnock.
Okay.
So it's +1 dice and knockback 1 to this ranger's attack actions. Range 1 attack actions. So then for my second activation, if you haven't got anything,
I'm just trying to think if I do. I'm just trying to think if I do now.
Sorry.
I'm going to put Formidable Defense on Slake Slash.
What does that do?
2 defense dice now, but only 3 attack dice.
Okay. So in that case, in for a penny, in for a pound. Second activation, I am going to charge with Klaxnock.
Oh.
So it's 3 hammers. I can re-roll 1 of them, and it will be 4 damage.
Yep. 2 hammers.
2 hammers. I'll re-roll this one.
R.
Oh!
So I need a double crit.
Oh, double crit.
I've done it in the past.
Yeah.
Just never against you.
Oh!
Shield. How much damage is that then?
4.
Oh, he's not dead yet.
Okay, that means I will push him back.
Yep.
And I score Surge of Aggression because I'm a successful round 4 attack.
Yep.
So,
anything in your power step?
No.
I'm going to play Hungry Advance to shove Slake Slash
back.
forward 1.
Gets another hunger
Give
token,
him
I think.
2 hunger tokens, yep. Anything for you?
No.
I've got nothing else to do right now then. So on to my second go, I'm going to have a go at Clacktrock.
Okay. Do
So
minus
three
1 attack
swords.
dice. Okay.
2 swords. No.
Nothing.
It's a dead snack trock.
Dead snapped trock. Yes, so you get a glory.
I get glory, and I will use his ability to heal one of his wounds.
Okay.
So he's back to. He's got 2 wounds spare again. I realise he's got Feral Symbiote, and I should have used that, so that gives him another hunger counter.
Oh yeah.
But if his fighter has 3 or more hunger counters, deal 1 damage to them.
Okay.
So he takes a wound after that. This is confusing as fuck now.
Yeah.
Okay. In the power step, I'm going to play Delicious Morsel, which is basically choose 1 fighter, heal 1. If they have any hunger counters, instead heal 2, and remove 2 of the fighter's hunger counters. So I heal 2 wounds.
Lots of shenanigans.
And remove 2 hunger counters.
So over to me. It's my third turn. I've got nothing in the power step.
Okay. Third go.
Third go. I'm going to get rid of Rested Dominance.
Yep.
And draw a power. Draw a new objective.
Okay. So on to my third go. I'm going to get rid of Rested Dominance, because I don't see me getting that one any which way. And picking up my last objective. Okay, is what I thought it might have been. And I've got nothing to do in my power step.
Okay, I'm going to make a charge action with this guy.
With Tixie Tacky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bit of a risk, isn't it?
It's a little bit.
How many wounds have you got?
I've got 3 left.
Okay, so I can't kill him. Oh, fucking hell. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. It's just such a... I'll explain it afterwards. Why? I'm going to get rid of the Hunt Advances and draw a new power card. I don't believe it. I do not believe it.
Nothing in your power step?
Nothing in my power step, no.
Okay, I'm going to play Ferocious Blow, which is +1 damage and cleave, because I have a hunger counter, but I don't think it's going to make a difference anyway, because I'm already doing 3 damage. I've completely forgot about his Hunger Armor allows him to re-roll a defense dice. I don't think that would have helped, because I would have needed to change my shield into a crit. But never mind. And for my last go, I'm going to charge 1, 2, 3 to here and have a go at Huachi. In fact, that does matter to have the cleave, because Huachi has a shield, doesn't it?
Shield, yeah.
Okay. So I'm rolling 3 swords. I'm doing 4 damage. Oh, a crit. So you needed a crit anyway. No. So Hachi is dead.
Yeah.
So I get a glory, I get the primacy token, and I score pitiable death.
Ah.
Because you are on a starty hex.
I am.
So I get another glory for that one. And then because of my activation, I then get another hunger counter from the Feral Symbiote.
Okay.
And I'll remove a wound token from him as part of the deal damage step. I know I've done that completely out of sequence, but I don't think the sequence doesn't matter too much. And I think that's it for me. I pass in the power step.
Yeah. I have nothing. I've done my 4 turn. I have nothing to do in the power step either.
Okay.
Let me just check. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I can't do that. You're so lucky. I think you're going to win this, and I'm annoyed with myself.
I don't know. It's 9 to 11. I don't think I can beat you. but we'll
Okay,
see.
all right.
In fact,
We'll
no,
see.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
go
I
on.
can't.
Okay,
End
all
phase,
right.
you went first.
I do score underdog.
Yeah, you've won.
Haha.
How did you not think that you've won when you've already?
I thought
two
you
ahead of me
would
and you
score.
scored? I've
I
got to
thought
score
you'd
like
score loads of
5.
cards because you've killed
Oh, I
loads of things. All right.
I've scored like
Okay.
5 then.
All right. Sorry.
You bastard.
Well, I thought you've got primacy. I thought you were going to have.
I've only got 2 objectives.
I apologise. Do you know what? God. Do you know what's my last card, which I would
What
have
is it?
scored if I'd drawn it? The Great Plan.
Oh.
3.
Well.
I just. So annoying.
Well, you won anyway. I've got excess of gluttony because I have. No, I've scored hunger for victory, which is I have somebody with 2 or more hunger counters.
Okay.
So I get 1 for that, and I get 1 for the primacy.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got 2 for
Underdog.
underdog. 11 plays 13. That was pretty close.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where I went wrong in that game. I mean, I think part of the problem is that the last card in my deck is Starvation Snare, which is the one I need to score that objective starvation.
Right.
And I think that's a risky move, having one card that relies on another card.
Yeah. The end of that game was hilarious. I drew Winged Death as on my last turn, which any other turn I could have scored.
Yeah.
I got Instinctive Tactics, which is I've got to make 2 reactions, but I literally have none left. Unless you jumped on here, I could have moved a skink, but I've only got that's only 1. But I have got Spawning Bond, which I could have put on another skink in your activation, but you killed them, so I only had 2 skinks left, so I couldn't score. I couldn't score Instinctive Tactics. I was just trying desperately to get.
Otapato's a skink.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought he was a Kavik. I didn't think he was a skink. Oh, he is.
He's a skink.
Oh, okay. Oh, I hadn't realised he was a skink. So actually, what I should have done was, I was totally balls that up then. But what I should have done was, in the last turn, I should have put Spawning Bond on him. And then when you killed that skink, push this skink for a reaction, and then reacted to that to push that skink, scored Instinctive Tactics, and then drawn Great Plan.
Oh yeah.
So I just got an extra 4 glory.
I'm glad you didn't.
So I really didn't realise. So this is a classic example of why you need to know the cards, because I completely hadn't realised he was a skink, because he's different to the others, and I didn't think he was a skink.
Yep.
So I feel like, ballsed up there. I've been pulling my hair out, and I needn't pull my hair out at all.
I mean, that got closer at the end. Although I think once you killed Vasilak, I was on an uphill battle from that point on. I was I couldn't do anything about it. I mean, I played Ferocious Resistance and hoped for a lightning. I think if I'd have got the lightning, there was a chance you might have killed him with the bite, I guess.
I think I might have. I think I had Feral Symbiote in hand at the time though. I just didn't play it because I didn't need it.
Yeah.
So even if you'd done it, I'd have put it on. But I had the card where I had to. It's a dual card. You said the other day there aren't very many good dual cards. The Children of Azir, you need to have 3 surviving friendly fighters with 3 or more upgrades. Yeah. So I was trying to conserve my upgrades in case you killed somebody, because I didn't have very many fighters to put them on.
Yeah.
So I would have chucked Feral Symbiote on and hoped for the best. So I learnt there. I didn't know the fighters very well because I kept forgetting the pushes, and I didn't realise Otapato was a skink, and I forgot a bite attack at one point as well.
Yeah.
So
it's tricky. I mean, there's a lot of different.
In fact, I say I forgot a bite attack at one point. I forgot it when I attacked you with Clacktrot when I didn't kill you. So I thought I was going to kill you, and I didn't. And I should have attacked. I should have done it then.
I forgot about the hungry armor as well, because that gives you a reroll.
You'd have had two. So I'd have got a crit on the bite attack.
I got 2 dice on that.
And you can
remembered
reroll
hungry armor. I'd reroll that one. Right. Although I would have fuck's sakes. No.
So we ballsed up, or I ballsed up a lot in that game.
I'm glad you still won though. Okay.
Yeah.
I think there might be some cards I'm not too sure on in this deck. I definitely think, whilst the Starvation one's nice to have that whole enemy fighter with 3 more hunger tokens, it's playing into that hunger dynamic. But I think because there's so few ways to give opponents hunger tokens right now, I don't know if I trust that one really.
Yeah, I think that cards like that will come into the room when both sides are playing it. It's very hard if you're the only one playing it. It's very hard to do much with it. I mean, I've got literally no cards that do hunger. And
then there's Hungry for Victory you can do, which is have a fighter with 2 or more hunger tokens. So you can take that one. Pitiable Death I think is a given. Intimidating Display definitely. Underdog, I don't know about Underdog. I mean, I did score it because you got the primacy token, but I don't know about it. But I think it's always a nice one to have in your pocket just in case.
I think you've got so many fragile fighters, it's worth taking.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Rested Dominance because that's either standing on an objective your opponent held, or you gain the primacy token from them. I can't tell about that one. Possibly because you've got weak fighters.
But there just aren't very many good surges. I mean, I've got Rested Dominance in, and it's not a very good card.
Yeah. And there's another hunger one, which is Growing Hunger, which I don't think I would take at all, which is each surviving friendly fighter or each surviving enemy fighter has 1 or more hunger counters.
Right. It's kind of why you need both sides to possibly be playing into it.
Yeah.
To make it worthwhile.
So there's a few cards in there. I think, like you say, you need your opponent to be playing into it to be able to get that. But there's some other really nice ones in here, and I think had things come out a bit differently. One of the cards I got in the 3rd round was the upgrade for Hadzu, which is he can make an attack after he's made an attack, and you've just killed him in the second round. So I was SOL at that point.
Yeah, I think the Great Plan is a brilliant card. I mean, I know it came out bottom of my deck this time, but actually you only have to score 1 or more Surge, 1 or more Duel, and 1 or more Hybrids. I know there aren't great duels for them in the Vanguard, but I did score it. I think I threw the other. I had to throw the other one away. I think.
So what was your other duel?
No, Children of Azir.
So that's your only duel.
Oh, yeah, Children of Azir. Yeah, Children of Azir is the one I scored. And then there's one which is I've lost it now.
That can be risky because you've got to have.
It is. Inspired. Oh yeah. I mean, it's not by any means a safe bet. My card seemed to have disappeared. The other one was.
So many you got in.
Not that one. Oh, it's the Hunt Advances, and it is a risky one. But it's 3 or more friendly fighters in enemy territory, and each fighter in enemy territory is a hunter. So it is a risky one.
Yeah, they're both risky. I wouldn't like to try either, to be honest, most of the time. But I mean, you did it well. You did score 1, and that's all you got to do. You've only got to score 1.
Yeah, you've only got to score 1, and I think you can do it if the Hunt Advances comes out early. You can do it. It's when they both come out towards the end. It's more of a problem, especially if the Great Plan comes out early.
Instinctive Tactics is a brilliant one, unless you're like me and it's the last card in your deck.
Well, it was the penultimate card in mine, more or less. And I could say, had I realised that what's his name was a skink, I would have scored it. But it was like, oh, great.
So I mean, sorry, I was just going to say I enjoyed that, but I'm not sure that Hunger's still in a place that it can be utilised yet.
No, I'm reasonably sure it's not. I think it just because you have to do it all yourself. You have to do all the work yourself, and I think the mechanic will work better when your opponents might be playing into it as well. And I reckon once the vampires,
I think the inclusion of the vampires is definitely going to make people start thinking about hunger, because obviously the vampires inspire when they don't have hunger counters on. So you're going to be possibly looking to take some hunger stuff to actually, utilise that. And I was listening to a podcast the other day, well, in fact it was today, I think it might have been What the Hex, they were talking about hunger mechanic, and they were saying a very similar thing, that hunger's starting to get interesting, but right now you can just ignore it and you can still build good decks and you can play fine without hunger, and that's in Championship. I still think it's applicable in the Vanguard meta as well. So I think we're going to need another warband release, at least one more warband release yet, before we're going to see some worthwhile hunger stuff.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see how many universal hunger cards there are, because if there aren't very many, it won't necessarily shift the balance very much, because I don't know, depends how good they are, but I don't know how much you would tech hunger into specifically messing up the vampires. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking on Underworlds DB for anything that mentions hunger right now, and there are currently 5 objectives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ploys, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upgrades. So
right.
It kind of feels like to me you want there's not a bad amount in there, but a lot of them are things like a lot of them are like you either gain a hunger token at the beginning of a round or it's do something at the end of the round. So you kind of need more ways to reliably generate hunger.
I think that there's quite a few cards, but they don't work that well together at the moment.
Yeah, and some of the cards you've got, they don't actually give you hunger. It's actually you use the hunger tokens to re-roll stuff, so that's working against your aim in a lot of cases to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas I think the primacy works, and then even the cards that play around primacy, there's enough of them to make it interesting. You know, the ones that don't, like feign strength and feign weakness. There's enough cards, and the mechanic works enough to make it worth taking the cards. But hunger's just not there yet.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting there, and some of the cards are even better. I mean, one of the cards actually is Flight Before Food, which makes you a quarry, and they can't have hunger tokens. That one doesn't actually play into it at all. It just has hunger in the title. But some of them are like
I don't really see why. Well, maybe if you were a vampire, I don't really see otherwise why you'd ever take that card.
Yeah, I mean, +1 move.
All it does is make you. Oh, it gives you +1 move. Okay,
it gives you +1 move, makes you a quarry. And you remove all the hunger counters. So I mean, it's almost a definite for vampires to remove all the hunger counters. But then they get quite juicy when they've got hunger tokens, so you don't want to stop them from having them completely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how that's going to pan out. I'm slightly worried they're going to be overpowered, but we'll have to wait and see.
You have got things like Hungry Advance, which that one's a good one, Hungry Advance, because that's like a bit like the is it the Earth moves or whatever it's called, the dwarf one. Yeah. The Chosen Axis, which is basically you push any fighter one that has a hunger token and give them a second hunger token. That's quite good, especially in the meta right now where we don't have any distraction or anything like that.
Is that Hungry Advance or is that Hungry something? I thought.
Oh no, sorry, Hungry. It's not Hungry Advance. It's the other one. There's another one like Hungry Advance, which is
there's one where you have to have. I nearly took that, and I thought, ironically, I nearly took that. And I thought, well, I don't really know if Pete's going to be playing hunger, and if he's not, it's pointless taking it. So I won't take it.
Compelling hunger, yeah. But again, compelling hunger is not great all the time. Your opponent isn't playing hunger because you're not going to be putting anything on. And I think I may be because I used energy drain. Possibly I should have used that whilst my guys were clumped together more to get the hunger points on me more than getting them on you. Yes, possibly. So that's possibly right at the start where I screwed things up. I possibly should have moved someone onto objective 3 and used it, and then given a few people hunger tokens. Yeah. Tis what it is.
Well,
Sorry.
I did enjoy the cerebral cut and thrust of that game again, which I am finding more fun in the Vanguard meta. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that I missed quite a few of the warband niceties, but I don't think I didn't give myself an advantage by doing that, which I think makes it better. You make a mistake. It's one thing when you forget that you haven't got a range. No, I didn't mean that. That sounds like a dig. That isn't what I mean.
I know what you mean.
It's not like when you forget you've lost a defense dice or something. I just forgot things that were good for me. I forgot, but I do feel like the Lizardmen they definitely bring something different to the game. I think they're quite difficult to play. I'm not sure if I was playing a fully functioning kind of, because I think the hunger deck is a little bit limited. No. Well, if I was playing your Wormspat, for example, I think you probably would have flattened me. No, possibly not. Because the one good thing against this deck into Wormspat is that it's not. This deck doesn't really rely on taking you out.
No, there is that, but then I don't mind because all the time I'm not taken out. They just sort of tromp around, taking people out left, right, and centre.
Well, true, but I'm quite quick, so I'd probably scatter to the four corners of the board.
That is true.
You'd have to decide what to do.
People like Golgok, I mean, he's a monster with 3 swords off the bat, though. He's just brilliant. Yeah. But these guys lack that accuracy, I think. I mean, Slake Slash goes up to 4 swords, which can be great, but at the same time, if you roll like me, it can be absolutely woeful.
Yeah, your rolling was awful again.
It wasn't that bad, I don't think. To be honest, I don't think it was terrible.
I think it was about. It always seems to be that towards the end of the game, I get the clutch rolls at the end. So again, I did a double crit at one point, and then did I get a crit success as well at some point, which was, the double crit was on a re-roll, but yeah, not sure.
But then you forgot the follow-up attack, so it was a bit of swings around.
Yeah, true. I haven't really. Well, did I get? Oh yeah, Otapatl. He did actually use the. He did actually use his supports today, so that was quite good. I haven't quite got round how to use him. I didn't play the card.
I was concerned that your first activation on the 3rd round was going to be to charge with Otapatl and shoot Slake Slash, because then you would have been lost. I wouldn't have been able to charge with him at all.
That's true. No, I hadn't thought of doing that. I hadn't thought of doing that at all, mainly because I wanted to. I hadn't thought about that. But I probably would have missed, and then I'm not sure.
Possibly. I mean, that is the risk, isn't it? It's about a 30% chance of success against a single dice fighter.
Yeah, I was in a situation. Probably what I should have done is probably just kept drawing, because I had 4 cards and 4 activations, and the Great Plan was in my deck. So I probably should have just drawn for the Great Plan. And that was 3 glory guaranteed. If you killed anybody, I had Underdog in hand, so that was 2 glory guaranteed. So I would definitely have got 5 glory. So probably the thing to do was ignore what you were doing, and just do what I was doing.
I think misuse not Hungry Advance, the other one where I pushed Otapatl onto a lethal hex. I did completely waste that.
Right.
I pushed Otapatl onto a lethal and did a wound to him, but then I didn't follow it up with anything to try and kill him. And if I'm thinking about it, I should have kept hold of it and just used it to push Slake Slash around a bit more, so I could have utilised him a bit more.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a learning arc here, and unfortunately we only get 1 shot at it each time.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to play these guys again. I'm not sure who we're going to play next, but I'm definitely looking forward to giving these another go. Probably with this, a very similar thing with this deck. I think it needs perhaps a bit of rework, but nothing too major. It just needs to remember what everybody does.
Yeah, and then I've also got to try and make up a deck for my Reavers, because they're going to be going into the AOS TTS Vanguard Plus Season 2.
Yes, I pretty much am playing Despoilers. I haven't looked at the new cards with Despoilers yet. By the time this video goes out, I would have probably be out of the tournament by the time this video goes out. But I've got a couple of changes to make. I think the card, I've got it in the deck, but it didn't come out. The one where you gain primacy for running 5 hexes is a must for the Despoilers.
Yeah.
Although they've only got move, most of them, they go up to move 5. I can't remember that. Most of them are move 4, I think.
I think so.
Korsh goes up to 5, doesn't he? I think.
Korsh he does.
But so there's but I feel like it's a good one. I've got lots of plus movement cards in that deck, so I feel like it's a good card. Well, we'll see.
One thing I am quite concerned, and after trying the hunger mechanic out, I am looking forward to seeing how it affects the game in the future. But one thing I am worried about is, like Averon's Curse Breakers with Magic, and much like Mollog and Hrothgorn do with any kind of offensive cards, and Hrothgorn definitely does with the whole Hunter Quarry mechanic, one thing I'm very worried about is that the vampires will arse up the hunger mechanic with their reliance on it, or possibly their unreliance on it, or something like that. I don't know. It's always a worry when
the fact that they'll pretty much all be able to utilise it, and therefore that'll make them powerful. That's the problem, isn't it? When you get a blanket utilisation of a mechanic, it does get a bit. I'm worried generally they're going to be too strong, because they're kind of like good if they inspire and good if they don't.
But in different ways. But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of worried that will be, it's almost like there's 2 ways to play them. It doesn't matter which one you do. Whereas sometimes, if you can't inspire, screwing you up from inspiring is a legitimate play into some warbands, not all of them.
For these guys,
actually, if the vampires are like, well, actually, if you're going to do that, I don't care. As I'm going to go the other way.
You go hell for leather into the offensive side and smash the face instead.
Yeah, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, so I hope everybody enjoyed watching that. I've particularly enjoyed playing on the table with our logo on it. That's been cool.
Yes, that is good. Yeah.
And a shout out to all the boys and girls working on the TTS. The TTS game at the minute is absolutely phenomenal. It just gets better and better every release right now, and they keep bringing out new stuff. The new models, the new Lizardmen models, just the new 3D scans just look fantastic, and they've remodeled some of the others. Slate Slash has been remodeled, and they just look absolutely tops.
Lovely.
Absolutely fantastic. Why this isn't, should almost be the standard way to play. And I was talking to John about the game, and we were saying the one aspect of it we don't really like is the dice. But what you could actually theoretically do is, if you're playing someone and you're chatting on Discord, then you could be video talking to them, but just have the camera on your dice rather than on your face, and then your opponent will see what your dice are rolling, and then you don't need dice at all.
No, that's true. That's a good idea, because it is the dice. Sometimes the physics of the dice feels a bit off.
The roll is sometimes a bit questionable. Some of them just sort of spin around.
I feel like it's better now with this. Actually, I feel like it just is a little bit better than it was. There were times when we played earlier in lockdown where the dice would go up and just spin on their axis and then come straight back down again.
And that's when you're just sitting there going, really? Did that really roll?
Yeah, but then when they tip really, really slowly onto a crit, that's quite annoying, because dice don't do that either.
Yeah. I'm sure there's probably a function here to increase the physics, or the weight of it, or something like that. Yeah,
possibly,
that would make it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even with that, it's still, because it affects both parties and it can happen any time to anybody. It's kind of, it evens itself out in the end.
Yeah, it does, definitely.
So I hope everyone enjoyed watching that one. It's nice to see the Lizards, actually winning one, and we shall see you next week in the Direchasm.
Direchasm.
Bye.
Bye.